Okay, here we go. It is Monday. It's 12:30 and we are live on LinkedIn. And I have got an amazing guest that's got up super, super early, especially to be with us today because she is based in Texas in the US of A. And they've just had the July 4th weekend. So I'm not sure if she's out of bed yet, but let's go and find out this amazing superstar that just loves LinkedIn. But she's also written a book about Satan. So we're going to find out all about this when I bump into my guest today, who is G. Good morning.
Good morning, Ashley. Oh my gosh. I am a morning person through and through, and I'm honored to be here. It is 6:30 local time here in Texas. Thank you for having me this morning. No, I'm bright and awake and got my mug of coffee.
Let's cheers our big mugs of coffee. So I guess yours is super espresso, strong stuff. Mine's decaf. Could you imagine could you imagine someone like me on caffeine?
You're not on caffeine, really? You drink decaf?
Yeah, I don't need it. I don't need it.
I can't drink decaf to save my life. It's if I'm gonna drink it, I'm gonna go full force. So that's interesting. Absolutely. Yeah, you're high energy, Ashley. Honestly,
yeah, absolutely. So anyway, you need to tell us a little bit about who you are. Now, I call you G. You go by the name of G, but you've got this really long, difficult to pronounce name. So start off with that, please. Where did that come from?
I won't put you through the torch of trying to pronounce it. So hi, everyone. And I'm Jihan Haridi Ardanowski, or G for short, and as I always say, for obvious reasons. And I'm a Metro Detroit, Michigan native, but I now reside in North Dallas, Texas. So thrilled to be here. And I am the founder and creative consultant for Golden Synergy Touch. And I have a twofold approach to HR. Do you want me to launch into my spiel really quick, or
please do? We need to know who you are and what you do. Go on, go for it.
Great. So I'm a 25 plus year HR pro, and I have a twofold approach to the HR profession. So I do consulting for small to mid-sized companies, but also personal branding strategy by aligning LinkedIn and Clifton strengths to amplify value and visibility for career victory and presence on this crazy platform we know and love, right? Right, Ashley? So I do a few different things, but it's all for one specific purpose. And it's really just to help people stand up and shine out. So.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's what we got to be doing on LinkedIn, isn't it? Is shining out and standing out and stuff like that. And we look, the reason you're on my show, and we never got to this in the preamble. For those guys that do not know, I get my guests to join me 10 minutes before we go live. And that's basically so that we can just make sure that the tech works and we have a little chat. Oh my goodness, 10 minutes wasn't long enough, was it, G? Oh, brilliant.
And thankfully everything worked great today.
So, right, it did. But so what I was trying to establish is how you got on the show, because you're sort of like, oh, it's nice to be on the show, etc. We have lots of mutual friends. All down to John Espirian. You've got his book there, haven't you?
I do. Hello, John Espirian.
Can you just pass it to me? Just pass it to me. That's it. Oh, thank you. There we go. So there's his book. All right, and there's John Espirian, top guy. Helps us with LinkedIn, so we know him, and because we know him, we know lots of other amazing people, and it was I know my mind's gone blank. The video easy peasy lady, Gillian
Whitney.
I was on her show, and you made a comment or something, and I just reached out and said, come on my show. So that's how you're on here. So Gillian Whitney is a superstar, and all these names we're giving out, they're probably not here because they're all still in bed. Because how was July the 4th for you? What did you get up to?
Very, very dull here in my little home. But no, I'm just working online, really. My husband and I did a little bit of food, but here in Texas, especially, you hear a lot about barbecue, and that's what we're known for. And that was really what a lot of people were doing. But no, very, very low key, Ashley. And that's how I liked it this year. But
cool.
I think that's probably also part of why I'm so high energy. Today is I didn't have the amped up weekend that some people did. It's like, now I'm just ready to go. Like, let's bring it, Oh my gosh, and the comments are
We
coming in
got
already.
all our friends coming in. So yeah, I honestly I do not drink full fat coffee, and so that's Kevin, and he's just down the road from you, isn't he? And Debbie is in Florida, and she's been on my show before as well. So
They're
um,
both amazing.
all
Yes.
these mad American people that get up super early to jump on a lunchtime show in the UK. So thank you. I appreciate it. Right. Okay. I had a chat with a guy last week that turned around to me and told me that LinkedIn doesn't work. And he knows this for a fact because he's spoken to lots of other people and they all say the same thing. It's a waste of time using LinkedIn. Oh, gee, help me.
I have been on this platform for 17 years, Ashley, and I kid you not, anytime someone says it doesn't work for them, my question is why and how are you trying to make it work for you? And I mean, you're a trainer, you know all this stuff. But can I bring up something that just popped the other day that really made me think? You'll appreciate this. So the other day, and to back up, a few days ago, I had the same conversation with two different people, literally an hour apart, two separate conversations, but it was on the same topic about profile pictures on LinkedIn. And both people did not have them displayed. One person, it was a settings issue. And he was like, oh my goodness, oh, quiero ver. Like, just, oh no, it was bad. And oh, I'm so sorry. The other person, though, did not want their picture up by design and gray banner, same profile pic, the whole bit. And I've had this on the brain and I was going to write about it. But then yesterday I caught someone else's post about this very thing. And it really made me start to think, why would you be on this platform if you're not wanting to show your face? Because to me, if you're not showing up and if you're not showing your face, it's your credibility. It's, are you a bot? Are you real? It's a trust thing. Know, like, and trust. So that's why, going back to answering your question, I mean, just, oh my gosh, what do you do with that? I'm so curious. Like, why would this person say LinkedIn is not working for them? Have they optimized their profile? And are they excited to be here, even though it can get crazy, ridiculous? So
no, it was one of those conversations. And the thing is, I met this person at a networking event. All right. And I said, well, because it's how I train is if you think of LinkedIn as a networking event, whatever you do at a networking event, then you can do on LinkedIn. And this person said, no, I get all my business from networking events. Yeah, absolutely. So use LinkedIn. I said, how long did it take you to get to the networking event? Oh, it took me about an hour because it was a bit down. Right. So that's an hour there, an hour back. So you've already spent 2 hours and you were at the event for 2 hours. So that's 4 hours of your life. All right. And the most number of people that you could have spoken to at that event was 15, because that's all that was there. All right. What could you do in 4 hours on LinkedIn, G?
what could I do? Oh my God.
Yeah. You know what to do. What would you do if you had 4 hours on LinkedIn? That's insane.
You know what? That's the thing. You don't even necessarily need 4 hours. And that's what people seem to forget. It's the comment strategy. It's writing the post. It's creating a video. It's just showing up, participating in lives. Like this, for example, you have, guests here. We have our friends here joining us today. Those are the things that you can do. And it is, to your point, it is just like networking. There's so much that you can do. And so again, it goes back to, do people want to put the time and energy into it? But I like to think, I mean, I've been here for 17 years. Something's working right for me. Am I, at your level? Probably not. Everyone's, on their own journey. But I like to think that I show up because I want to be here. I want to support my people. I'm excited to be here today. I mean, truly honored. And those are the things that keep me coming back. So for this person to say it doesn't work for them, again, it's, you give what you get too.
Yes, you certainly do. But Kevin sums it up perfectly. LinkedIn doesn't work if we don't work LinkedIn.
And I mean, come on. And let's face it, when Kevin D speaks, we listen. So
absolutely.
Yes, it's
absolutely. And that's the thing, isn't it? You build up a network of amazing people.
Yes.
And I think the thing is, right, we're in this group with John Asperian, right? And in there's lots of people that love LinkedIn. So therefore, we're only going to say nice things about LinkedIn. Whereas this guy is in a group with a load of people that hate LinkedIn. So they're only, so it is what it is. And I know Mary's come in so I love this. Mary's saying that she can get more done in LinkedIn and she's networking in her pajamas. Don't tell anyone. Mary, it's 6:30 for you as well. And you've also been on my show, starting early. So yeah, it is a great place to be, and we can do all kinds of things, but you're all about branding. So come on, what does that mean for, people like this guy I was talking to? Because I wouldn't have thought that, we're going to get branding. So what do you mean by branding? Please help us.
Oh. Well, again, personal branding, how many times a day do we hear that term, right? And there's so many different ways to spin it. You've got a ton of personal branding experts and a ton of personal brand this, that, and the other. When I say personal branding, I think, first of all, it's about starting off with intention. And when it comes to LinkedIn specifically, deciding why it is that you're on the platform and what you want to accomplish with it. And then you need to get visible. And how do you get visible? It's leaning into what makes you unique. It is starting with the very basics. And this is where people get it really twisted, Ashley. I truly feel this. Because of the overwhelm, because of the videos and the fast pace and let's face it. And we both know the people, like, who are putting out content that's getting the thousands of likes and everything. It makes it more challenging for, dare I say, like, the smaller people, and I'll lump myself into that category, which I like to think I do great on the platform, and I've been here for a long time. But we know that there are tons of people out there, crushing it, and the millions of views and the followers and all that. People get overwhelmed by that, and they get intimidated, and they forget that there's something unique about themselves. And it's leaning in and discovering what that is. And that's why I'm a big, big fan of a tool like Clifton Strengths I mentioned earlier. Which is really an assessment based on, your top talents. It's performance based. That's what you're great at. It's not about your personality. It's not about, the bells and whistles per se. It's just who you are at the core. And that's part of why I blend LinkedIn with Clifton Strengths from a branding standpoint to build on that process. And how I incorporate that into the workplace is because, let's face it, we know so many times that companies come along and say to their employees, well, we need you to get on LinkedIn. We need you to go like a post. But people are afraid to get on LinkedIn. They don't know why. So first determine whether or not you're tapping into the right pool of people, and really leaning into, what it is that you want them to do for you and why. So it's having a strategy behind it. So I can talk on that alone all day long, but that's the gist of it. But especially, and this is where the HR and Satan piece comes in. I wrote my book because HR, human resources, as a profession, is so vilified, and we're not bad people, right? So it's humanizing the workplace. It's engaging your workforce and your people and striving for better. So that goes back to why I wrote the book.
No, I like that. So let's have a look at your book. It's called, what's it called?
Yeah. It's From Satan to Sensational HR, 7 ways to humanize evil human resources.
Oh, I love it. I love it.
Complete with a back cover picture and everything. Yeah. So do you want me to briefly tell you the backstory and how and why I wrote the book?
Well, look, this is the thing, right? We should all write a book. Okay.
Exactly.
And then when we've written it, what we do is we put it on our back wall. Okay. All right. And then when we have a live show, we just press a button and it lights up.
Oh my gosh.
Isn't that cool?
Oh, that's gold. That's genius, man. Like, I love it.
But you see, the thing is, so many people write a book, but they don't tell us about it. And we were chatting about this earlier, weren't we? So come on, now's your chance to tell us all about your From Satan to Sensational. And I want to go step a little bit back, because there's quite a few professions that are vilified, aren't there? We won't say them, but we're probably thinking of them in our minds now, and you're sort of like, oh, I do this for a living. But you don't shout about it because, people have got a preconceived idea about what that is. So you've just grabbed hold of it, given it a shake. And so come on, tell us about this Satan to Sensational book. I love it.
Well, human resources, and everyone's seen the movies and heard the, HR is bad, it's personnel, it's dodgy, it's antiquated, it's very dreaded, if you will. So when you get summoned to the HR office, basically people are thinking, oh no, there's a reason for it. Well, yes and no, not always. So human resources is a profession that when I started into it, excuse me, I entered into it really to get into more the training and development side, to present and speak and do all the things. But I ended up more on the HR management side. And I've had an amazing, amazing career. I've been very, very blessed. But throughout, the one thing, especially on LinkedIn, people are quick to bash the profession because they've had a bad experience, that's evil, they're unresponsive, etc. So in April of 2024, I did a 5-minute Ignite style power talk, if you will, think TEDx on steroids, basically called HR is Not Satan, Humanizing the Evil Experience. And in that 5-minute talk, I ran through some slides, gave a spiel. And at the end of it, a very amazing and incredible person named Michelle B. Griffin, whom many of us know and love, a professional personal branding expert, suggested, gee, why don't you write a book on the topic? Write a mini book, 10,000 words or so, and get to market faster with a book, because she knew that I'd had writing a book on the brain. So I thought, great, wrote it in a few months, published it, out it goes. To your point, though, the problem with the book that I've had, and I will do better with book number 2 that I'm working on right now, is the marketing of it. Because I was so quick to write the book, and I wanted the title of author, which, by the way, technically it's a bestseller. I don't really lean into that a ton. I wanted that author title so badly. And that's the one title when people talk about titles over time. That's the one title. Forget VP, forget, I want to be a director or a CEO or anything. I wanted author. And that's just it. It's marketing and being able to sell it in a non-spammy way, Ashley. And I think that's what, to your point, everyone has a book in them. And Julian Whitney talks about this a lot too.
Yep.
About how we all have a book in ourselves, but some people just are afraid to do it. I just decided I'm done thinking about it. I'm just going to write this stinking thing and do it. And now I'm on number 2. So I'm blessed for it, but next time I'm going to do a better job with the marketing. So for right now, it's here.
Awesome. Where can we get it?
You can get it on Amazon, or you can reach out to me and you can get it directly through my website, where you will learn more about the book and see some fabulous pictures of people who, like, little GIF, if you will, montage of people holding up the book. It's kind of fun, including Kevin D. Turner. Thank you, Kevin, for supporting.
Fantastic. And talking of friends, we've got Craig Allen is here saying that you totally rock, but we know that anyway. And Mary Wu is also giving a shout out to Michelle B. Griffin. So, okay, so we need to stand out. We need to understand our intention for being on LinkedIn. And we need to show up regularly. What do you call regularly?
Daily in comments, if you can. 10 minutes. That's usually what people suggest. Show up for even a few minutes, support your friends in comments. Do you need to post? Not necessarily. And everyone's opinions are going to vary on this, Ashley. And I would love to know your take, since we're talking about this very thing. For the most part, I know people try to get around to 2 to 3 times a week. I'm of that school of thought. This week in particular, I have some very specific pieces of content, so I might post a little bit more than that. But then there's other weeks when I might be a little more offline. But I always try to show up whenever possible, unless I literally have to disconnect, which I rarely take vacations, so I can't really use that as an excuse. But I'm online. We've got our mobiles. If we have things going on behind the scenes, we usually, should make efforts to pop up when we can. And, and our network loves us for it too. But everyone needs a break. So yeah, I respect that too.
Yeah, no.
What are your thoughts about posting? Because I know some people too who insist you have to post not just daily, but even multiple times a day. Which we can talk about the algo, left, right, and Sundays.
That's actually we've got to have a life, and those people that know me know that come Friday afternoon, I turn my phone off and that's it. And so I'm working with a burnout coach, and I've got my average daily use of my phone down to 45 minutes a day. Because we just spend too much time on our phone. So yeah, if you want to get hold of me over the weekend, you're going to have to wait till Monday. And do you know how many people phone me or message me and complain because that's not good enough?
No, really?
No, nobody does. Nobody does. And
Oh,
I've got
I thought people work. Oh, I'm sorry.
no,
I'm
no,
like,
no, 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 no. Nobody contacts me because
so they're
they believe
compassionate.
it.
Of
Yeah,
course.
absolutely. And
Yeah.
I've got an out of office on at a weekend, and it says something along the lines of I'm trying to stay present with my family, and so I'll be back on Monday. And this lady gave me a thumbs up. She said, I really admire or applaud your work life balance. And what most people get from that sort of message is, oh, I wish I could do that. Well, there's nothing to stop you. It really doesn't matter. The world will keep turning.
This is so true.
So yeah,
And oh,
gone.
go ahead.
No, I was going to say 15 minutes a day is my thing. All right. So if you go in, you do 15 minutes every single day, that's 65 hours a year of free marketing. All right. Who doesn't want that? And if you've got 3 or 4 members of your team, that's loads and loads of marketing just by each person going in and doing 50 minutes a day. And then what I also say is just try for one post a week and try and make that something that's got some sort of alliteration, like a motivational Monday or a top tip Tuesday or a wonderful Wednesday or a throwback Thursday or a fun Friday. Try and do that every single week. And what happens is, if you're commenting on lots of people's posts, you're seeing the content that you like. So therefore, you're starting to see what works. And then if you create one bit of content every Monday at 10 o'clock, then every Monday you're thinking of something motivational, and then you'll start seeing content everywhere else. And like, oh my goodness, I could do Throwback Thursday now. And then you start doing that. And so it's all those sorts of things that then start building into a habit that is sustainable, not this uppity downy. We just do the same thing every single day, and it becomes easy peasy lemon squeezy.
I love it. The sustainable part is everything, Ashley. It's just like I liken it to the old school company newsletter, like back in the day. I mean, way before internet and like scheduling posts and all that stuff. Like you want to write a newsletter, and then okay, yeah, let's get the newsletter out, and then like 2, 3 months later, it just kind of falls to the lesser priorities, if you will. What you're suggesting is so digestible and manageable. I love it. And I love your 15-minute guide. By the way, it's catchy, it works, and clearly it works for your clients. And that's just it. We don't need to spend hours a day on LinkedIn. We can if we want to, if we have the time, but who has the time? And honestly, it can be a kind of a mind drain, if you will, or a brain suck, if you will. But
I was watching a webinar, months ago now, and this social media expert came on, and she told us that we had to be on all of the platforms, and we have to go on each of the platform every single day, and we have to create content every single day. And I'm watching this and I'm thinking, this is bad advice, because if you're running a business, you should be doing work that runs the business, not spending all your life on all the social media. And so I turn around to people and say, look, just pick one. And if they turn around to me and say, look, I really love Facebook and I'm good on Facebook, fine, I'm not for you. You can't be on all of them and do a good job on all of them. And you're just scratching the surface. And these people get machines in and do it for them. And it's not doing the right thing for your personal brand, which takes it back to what you were talking about earlier.
absolutely. And, again, it doesn't take that much time or effort, but it also has to be authentic. It literally needs to come from the heart. Like, if you don't want to be here, don't be here. And I think I mentioned earlier, I deleted my Facebook account a few years ago because my heart was not in it. Nothing negative happened, by the way. It was just at the time, for various reasons, it just became a lot more emotionally draining just to sit and watch the content. I thought, this is ridiculous. I'm not even here anyway, so why do I have it? I'm not really on Instagram. I do have an account, but I don't use it. Twitter, X, I've tapered off over the past couple of years, but I have started a YouTube channel. So because I don't want to put all the eggs in one basket, so to speak, is what they say, and I'm not on the other platforms, YouTube, it can manage, if you, videos, test it out, see if it works for me. But LinkedIn is really my primary, but we've learned and seen, and I'm sure you've been through this too, who knows, you can get kicked off for some random reason, or your account can be deactivated, on a whim. What LinkedIn might think you're doing something, or hey, the platform shuts down, or other people aren't showing up, or whatever the case may be. So LinkedIn is amazing, but I'm just nervous about like it being everything for me. So that's why I do different things. That's why I do the HR pins in there.
that's the thing, isn't it? It's like, oh, what else do I do? So yeah, I've got the YouTube channel, and I think that's great because we both do video, so it's not any extra work, is it? And look, when we finished here, I'll let you have a copy of this, so you can put that on your YouTube channel. So or chop it into shorts.
Honored. I'm excited, Ashley, and I need to check out your YouTube channel too, because I'm slowly getting onto YouTube. I mind you, I have my whopping, I think, 18 subscribers or something. So I'm getting there. But
I started with 1 subscriber, and that was my daughter. So look, we've got to start. We've got to start somewhere. Craig's saying marketing in general and LinkedIn in particular is all about building habits and consistency. So there you go. And Kevin is saying go deep, not wide. Being on every platform every day is a recipe for failure. Yeah, thank you very much, guys. We've run out of time. Isn't that mad? Isn't that mad? You're gonna have to come back. I knew this would be a great episode. I love it. And thank you for saying it's an honor. I'm just a guy in a shed wearing a yellow t-shirt, and I'm no different to anybody else. And I think that's why we're successful, because we're just normal people. And I think the big thing about LinkedIn is you can just be normal, you can just be you, and you will find an audience. It just takes a little time.
Yeah. People need to give it a chance. Going back to the person you were referencing earlier who just said LinkedIn's not working. No, just give it a chance, and it might not be for everyone.
No, absolutely. And this is the thing, right? This is the thing. Not everybody likes Coke. I'm just going to quickly go and give a shout out to my guest next week, who is the lovely Jasmine Navarro. Now, I was on her show last week, and she came up with some brilliant questions that were a really good show. So check that out on YouTube, Gihan. I'll be putting that up there for you. But she'll be here next week. What question haven't I asked you?
What question haven't you asked me? Well, where can people find me? On LinkedIn.
Absolutely. So right, that's absolutely fine. Jeff is coming in as well now. So lots of fans for Jeff. Hey guys, it's lovely to see you all hanging out this lunchtime or morning if you're in the US of A. So lastly then, what one thing would you tell somebody to do on LinkedIn today to make sure they're geared for success?
Put your picture up.
I know.
I mean, honestly, Ashley, and check the settings. That's the thing. I can't emphasize enough that people want to connect with people. And I know of people too who do not connect with people without a profile picture. It is the most basic thing you can do.
Absolutely.
It doesn't have to be perfect. You can just take a picture. You can slap it up, change it later. But we don't know that you're a human being if we can't even try to assess and see that it's you. A gray blob is not going to work. Hence my glum gray to boldier pathway. Like I don't do well with the gray. So
I saw a great profile picture today. You know them choppers, helicopters, army helicopters, and they've got the gun on the side. You know, you see the A-Team riding in them, and James Bond and all those sorts of movies and what have you. There's this guy, and that's his profile picture. He sat there with this gun on the side of this helicopter. I'm thinking, oh my goodness, what message are we giving out on our LinkedIn profile? Oh my goodness, your face when I was explaining that photo. So what does he need to do?
It's ridiculous. I mean, again, it's so basic. Just a nice, clean headshot, shoulders up. Smile if you can. Let's see your personality.
You have to smile, don't you? Because it releases oxytocin. You and I have not stopped smiling the whole show.
You make it easy, though. You know, and again, we're both morning people, right? And I know obviously it's a few hours later for you, but you make this really, really easy, Ashley. It was a pleasure being here today. And thank you for introducing me to your audience. I'm truly honored. Thank you.
No, thank you so much. What a lovely way to end the show. I will be back next week with Jasmine, but thank you very much, G, for being on my show today. Thank you for all the lovely people in the chat. This is on a whatever this is going to be. It's a podcast. And if you want to connect with G or myself, you can find all the links below. Thank you, G.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for watching or listening to my show this week. I want to bring to you people that can help us running our business. I love having a chat. I'm very nosy, very curious, and I'd love to ask questions. So if you want to be a guest or if you've got some ideas for guests, let me know. And if you want me to help you with your LinkedIn, get in touch, because I want to give you a voice. Now, that could just be using LinkedIn, but I do other things as well. So I can help you with a podcast, a live show, and all kinds of other amazing things. So get in touch. My name is Ashley Leeds. I'm the 15-minute guy, and you can find me on LinkedIn.